Check, check, check. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Andrew Miller. I am live down at the Heritage Park Community Building in Spencer, West Virginia. And I'm going to swing the camera around to tell you guys what is taking place here today at the Spencer Heritage Park Community Building. Today is Job Fair 2024. And as you look off into the distance, there are a bunch of jobs or a bunch of businesses, a bunch of companies that have brought their stuff here. And we invite you all to come down here to the Heritage Park Community Building today. They are going on from 11 o'clock. They opened up the building at about 11 o'clock for potential job seekers. And this is just an opportunity for people to come in and take a look at some of the companies, some of the businesses, and maybe get a feel for what kind of businesses that these people are offering. And these people here who are at the tables, they are looking for employees. So if you are out of work, if you're looking to change jobs, if you're looking to expand, come down here to the Heritage Park Community Building, and they have a lot of information to offer to all of you here today. I want to thank, obviously, all of those volunteers who set up this event for inviting us here. Of course, this event being sponsored by the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board, also West Virginia Adult Ed. And I want to thank Carrie Mullen and Robin Lance for inviting me down here, inviting our radio station down to try to get the word out about this event that is taking place here today. And today only. They will be going from 11 o'clock until 4 p.m. here at the Heritage Park Community Buildings. If you have any questions, make sure that you send us a message on the chat box on this video. Please share the video. Let people know that we're down here for just a couple of hours. Of course, I've got a lot to do here today, heading over to the town of Reedy for the first ever Reedy Country Music Festival. We'll be on the air from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. over in the town of Reedy, but figured to stop by here today for a couple of hours and see what is happening here. Hopefully to get some of these companies, some of the representatives from some of the businesses to come up here and talk about their business, talk about why they chose to attend this 2024 job fair in Spencer, West Virginia. And, of course, hoping to get a chance right away to talk to Carrie Mullen. She's moving around very, very quickly back and forth across the camera. We're going to go live on the radio in about 10 minutes, so hopefully I can get Carrie on in about 10 minutes to discuss what's happening here this afternoon in the town of Spencer. Going to take a look at just some of the companies who are scheduled to be here today. So think about this. If you're somebody in one of these fields, if you're not even sure what these fields are, and you're looking for some employment, a change of employment, whatever it may be, some of the businesses, excuse me, some of the companies that are going to be here today or are scheduled to be here today, Genesis and Mile Tree Healthcare Center. Obviously, Mile Tree up on the hill over in Green Acres area. They have brought representatives from their company here today. Choice Care at Home as well. Here's a good one for a lot of those out there who may be into working with their hands, trades, metal art, metal work, welding, whatever it may be. Smart Union is here with sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation. They're all here. The Roane County EMS has a table here as well. If you ever thought about becoming an EMT, that would be cool for you to talk to some of those representatives from the EMS services here. I know one of our own employees, Marissa Roberts, is getting ready to take some classes to become an EMT, a certified EMT. So if you're ever thinking about that, this is a good place to go today and talk with some of those representatives. I know Danny Cronin, who is the head of the Roane County EMS, was here for a little bit. Not sure if he's going to be able to stay around, but it'd be really good to hear it directly from him about the requirements and things that are going on with that. The Iron Workers Local Union 787 is here today as well. So if you are into ironwork, they are here today, and they are offering some information for you as to what it would require to become an iron worker in that union. Westbrook Health Services is here as well. That's a local business working with psychological services out there on Route 33, or Route 36, sorry. Roane General Hospital is scheduled to be here as well. And when you talk about Roane General Hospital, obviously they do have medical services. That is number one, but they have much more than just medical services as far as job opportunities are concerned. You know, they've got IT services, they've got billing and coding services, they have a fitness center. If you're ever thinking about working in the fitness industry as well, they've got the cafeteria, obviously hospitality and cafeteria work. They've got, so many different things, housekeeping services, maintenance and tech work, things like that. So if you're looking for a job, come over here and talk with the representatives from Roane General Hospital. Excuse me. Patch 2021 is also going to be represented here. And Patch 21, they do have some adult opportunities for jobs, but a lot of those jobs that Patch offers are jobs for the younger kids, for the high school age kids. But hey, if you are on summer break right now and you're looking for some work, maybe stop down here and talk to the representatives of Patch 21. The West Virginia Department of Transportation is here as well today. Of course, our morning DJ, Amy in the morning, her husband works for the DOT, and so they've got representatives here if you're looking for maybe a job in that field as well. Armacell, one of the last remaining manufacturing businesses in Roane County, is here to represent. And, of course, they're always hiring. It's amazing. They're always looking for employees there at Armacell. The Laborers Union also is here as well. Speaking of medical services, CAMC, Charleston Area Medical Center. Charleston Area Medical Center is here as well. I'm sure they also have lots of different opportunities for positions of work. The NCOA is scheduled to be here, National Council on Aging, and the VR team, the virtual reality team, is here as well. So, and that's just what we had as of yesterday. Now, I'll talk with Carrie Mullen here in just a few minutes on the radio, and we'll get a better understanding as to who all has made it here today and what the situation is here today as far as what is going on throughout the afternoon. Again, we're here for just a couple of hours on the Facebook and YouTube side of things for WVRC, and we'll be on the radio a few times between now and 1 o'clock p.m. before we got to skedaddle, head out to the town of Reedy. Hang tight for just a second, folks. I'm going to try to find Carrie Mullen, and I'll try to wrangle her in here for the radio side of things. Can I get you in 4 minutes?
Yes. Listen, how's that going to work?
All I need you to do is you can sit beside me. You don't have to be on the air or on the video.
Okay.
I just need you to sit beside me. I'm going to ask you how this came about. Who are you for this? Who all's here? What this is for? It'll be easy questions. Trust me. Okay. We're just about ready. Okay, cool. I'll listen intently for you to talk me in after the weather.
Weather forecast is brought to you by
Find which one you're on. Test.
Test.
Gotcha. I want to wait till we got on the radio. Why is everybody always worried to go on the air? Who's talking to me?
77. That's a look at your weather forecast on WBRC. What's happening? Take the later.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Amy. I do appreciate you staying there for me and getting us on the air here. Where am I? I'm down at the Heritage Park Community Building in the town of Spencer. I should say the city of Spencer. I'm heading to a town here in a little bit called Reedy, but I figured I'd take some time here today, find out what's going on down at the community building. I saw a lot of vehicles, decided to stop down with my equipment, found out there's a job fair going on today from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. It is Job Fair 2024. And I'm very happy to be joined on the radio here and on our live feeds of Facebook and YouTube by one of the organizers of the event. This is somebody not unknown to us, Carrie Mullen. Obviously, Carrie, we know you very, very well. You wear many hats. So today you're involved with this Job Fair 2024. Can you tell me what this is and what it is based off of?
Well, we just wanted to have an opportunity for the folks in our community to find gainful employment, good jobs. All of these are good, self-sustaining employment jobs.
I was looking around and I was talking about some of the ones that I had from last night that you had posted, some of the businesses and companies that are here. It's a wide range. There are some medical field opportunities. There's some technical opportunities. There's some software-based opportunities. There's psychotherapy. I can't just put it into one thing. So how does this begin for you guys? Number one, who is running this thing? I see you're wearing a tag of the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board. Is that one of the people who is sponsoring this event?
Yes,
Okay.
adult education is hosting graduation this evening. And so the building was going to be free during the day. And I said, let's do it. Because we talk about it a lot about how we want to bring good jobs. We want people to be working, if they can or want to. So and we also work with the high school. I go out there. We did the career fair, but this time we wiped out most of the the education part, and we just did the employers. And we sent the email out, and they're ready. They need people to
Yes.
work.
That's one thing that a lot of people just don't understand. There are businesses around, and this is a great opportunity, I say, to put the two together, because oftentimes it can be overwhelming. Again, if you're graduating from that West Virginia Adult Ed, you might be looking around thinking, I have no idea where to go next. Now, obviously, the services they provide to help try to connect you and the people with West Virginia Adult Ed have gotten together, and you said, okay, well, if you guys are graduating, why don't we just bring the businesses to you here today? So you guys have put this together, and this is an opportunity before graduation for West Virginia Adult Ed for them to come down and look at employers who are not just here saying, look at what we have. They're coming here for a reason. They're here because they want employees.
Yes.
So I look around and I see all of the moving parts that are happening here today. Now, we already saw some people come in who are looking for jobs, looking for work. So that was really cool right away at the 11 o'clock hour. You already had the businesses in here. You're just always wondering, is somebody going to show up? And, of course, people started to show up very quickly. Let's talk about some of these companies who have been here, who all finally made it for you guys this morning.
Well, I was worried about the Department of Transportation, but it turns out I maybe gave them bum directions, and but they finally.
That's an on me thing, right?
I feel like that's probably a me problem, but they're here, and then OVP. I had talked to him last week, and he wasn't sure if he could make it, and he popped in. So we're real glad to have him show up as well. Charleston CAMC was the very first person to respond. So that was
obviously
that was
they're looking for
interesting.
employees.
Yes.
And when I mentioned that this morning when I first came on, when you look at these hospitals or provider institutions, this is not just in the medical field. There are a lot of different types of jobs that go into CAMC or Rowan General Hospital or family health care or things like that. I was talking about maintenance and housekeeping services. We talk about the cafeteria, hospitality, the fitness center. If you're not even looking in the field of medical, but you're looking into potentially becoming somebody in the field of physical therapy. There are opportunities in different fields for these places. So you can't just say CAMC and think, oh, I got to have a doctorate for this.
Right. Or a nurse or LPN or, whatever. It doesn't have to be that way. There's all facets of employment.
Yeah, they're looking for all types of employees. Who else has made it here today? Again, those of you out there in Radio Land, you can't see her. I'm staring right at Carrie Mullen. She is representing the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board here. They and West Virginia Adult Ed are putting on this job fair, and these are the people who have shown up.
We tried to bring in the trades. They need workers as well. We have the laborers union, the SMART union, which is sheet metal, air, rail, and transportation. They have all
Love acronyms.
right, and there's all kinds of things that they do. And I don't think the iron workers made it yet. And so we have the laborers, the SMART union, and the guy from over all of the trades.
Okay, so the trades are here, folks. The trade
Yes.
unions are here as well.
Yes.
And they're here to not only give information, but offer employment.
Yeah.
So who else do we have here? I saw Patch at the top of the list. Now, Patch is one of those interesting ones. Are they here today? Because I know Patch often works with high school age kids and kids just out of high school. Is there other opportunities for adults to get into that field, or is that more based on the youngsters?
I think they do have some positions out at the Lick Fork. Is it the farm?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they have some positions out there. The NCOA is here. That's the National Council on Aging.
Okay.
That's employment for ages 55 and older.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
People coming back into the workforce after many or a
Yes.
few years of retirement. We know it's tough these days, and sometimes people got to come back into the workforce.
And they work for nonprofits, so they usually work in schools, government agencies, that kind of thing.
Okay, that's an interesting group to be here. Who else do we got? Have I missed anybody? I know I've missed somebody. Armacell, are
Armacell.
they here?
They are
Beautiful.
here. Yes.
And I tell you, I was mentioning Armacell is always looking for employees. Now, they have yet to field a full workforce at this point. People move on and go different places.
Yes.
But there are employment opportunities consistently in Spencer if you're a local person. Let's say you're somebody who, again, is trying to get on your feet. You don't have transportation, but you live in town. You're right there. And it's an opportunity for these adult ed people to, again, as they're trying to build something, it's where they can start. It's a great place to begin. So Armacell's here to talk about what they provide, and they're looking for employees. How many of these people, by the way, Carrie, brought employment
Handwritten, like
ready to go?
applications? I think I saw them on 2 tables.
Yes.
It's real hard because now everybody does everything online, and there's a digital divide.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, a lot of folks come into my office and they're like, I just need help, and I just have to help them,
Yeah.
go through that application process online. Upload this, upload that, just.
Well, listen, I've got a master's, and I would still require that from you. I'd have to have help with online
I
applications.
don't think that's true.
But again, that's one thing that, again, West Virginia Adult Learn, they have those opportunities, they have those resources necessary, and they have the skills to help people get through those processes and get them to this point. So it's a great opportunity here today, Carrie. I do appreciate you stopping by with me. I know you're going to be working throughout the day here. Make sure to tell Robin I said thank you for the invite, because I know she's back and forth all over the place. But again, we're here today, folks. We're going to be on the radio again a couple more times before the 1 o'clock hour, before I got to get out to Reedy and listen to some music. But if you're looking for a job, if you're out there in Radio Land, stop down here at the Heritage Park Community Building. Now, what directions did you give the DOT? You would have thought they'd just know where the Heritage Park Community Building is.
I thought they would, but I think I gave them Church Street. Is it Church Street?
It is. I don't know, honestly.
But everybody else found it. I will say
Yeah,
that.
just to look for the community
With
building.
the same address that I gave them. So
it-
I don't know.
It's Church Street to the point where it goes over this little hill. I assume it's still Church Street.
I think it is.
It maybe not. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Anyways,
Hey,
it's very easy to
DRS
find.
is also here. They're just
Department of
giving,
Rehab.
Yes.
Okay.
They are handing out information.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I actually have a graduate Well, yes, and a graduate of the DRS is an employee for me. Great employee, by the way.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to work with Angie Walker and maybe get another one, and then another one after that. And great opportunities for entry level employment there as
Yes.
well. If you're somebody who didn't go through the adult learn process, but if you want to get involved with that, they're here and they can provide you guys with
Hey,
information.
do I have
as well.
time to plug
You
my
got
program one time?
all sorts of time. That's all I have here, Carrie.
Okay, so I am the career specialist for Region 4 Workforce Development Board, and we assist with tuition for in demand occupations. Um, Before COVID, it was a pretty small list of things that we could pay for, but since COVID, if dishwasher is on there.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, but there, I mean, the school has to be approved by Workforce West Virginia. Um, so we try to get people trained and ready for the workforce. That's $5,000, up to $5,000 for trainings lasting less than 1 year. Trainings lasting 2 years will be $5,000 for each year. We also have support services and training related expenses. We help with those. So there's a couple ways to qualify. One is if you're a dislocated worker, which means you've lost your job through no fault of your own. The other way is by income. So we would gather all of the income from the household and do a calculation, and we have guidelines that we follow. So anybody that needs training or wants to better, their position. We also have OJTs, on the job trainings. We work with different employers for those. Um, they have transitional workers that, like, I believe that is like where if you don't have additional training, you're going to lose your job.
Yeah.
So we have that available. We have lots of things. If you just want your resume updated, just give me a call. If, mock interviews, anything like that.
Any prepping work
Yes,
that you absolutely
yes,
need.
we want everyone working.
Yeah, that's the truth, and this is the way to provide the opportunities for that. How does somebody get a hold of you for that information if they're looking for that stuff?
Okay, so the fun part of that is I cover Roan, Ritchie, Calhoun, and Clay. So 2 days a month I go to Ritchie and Calhoun,
Okay.
and every Wednesday I go to Clay. So I am in Spencer on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. My office number is 304-927-1909.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Carrie Mullen if you want that sort of help when it comes to getting into the field of work or training opportunities that they can help pay for, folks. And I'm telling you what, that's why they are here today. They're helping you guys get employed. If you're looking for a job, if you don't even know what you're looking for, still come down and talk to some of these companies, talk to some of these businesses. You might find out that you're qualified for something you didn't even know about, and just give you an opportunity to find that employment that you're so looking for. Folks, again, they're going to be here until 4 p.m. today. We're going to talk with some of the companies, hopefully, as we go throughout the day here. We'll be back on the radio. I'm going to send it back up to Miss Amy, play some music. I'll check in at the top half of the noon hour here on the radio. Don't forget, folks, stay live with us on Facebook and YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, you have any questions at all, send us a message on the chat box, and I'll find Carrie, and she will answer the questions for me, folks. I'm going to send it back up to you, Miss Amy. Thank you very much here from the Job Fair 2024. All right, folks, I do appreciate you hanging in there with me for just a second. Had to get some lunch in me. Tell you what, I haven't been able to get anything to eat there for a minute. This is Andrew Miller, and I'm live on WVRC 104.7 FM's Facebook and YouTube channel. What you're looking at out there, if you looked at the title of the videos, this is a job fair, folks. This is Job Fair 2024, and this is sponsored by the West Virginia Adult Ed program. They have offices in many different counties, but we've got a good one here in Spencer, West Virginia. There are a lot of different businesses that are represented here today, companies, different occupations that are available here, and we're just here, and these companies are not only offering information to potential job seekers, they're actually looking for active employees. So if you are looking for a job and you're around the area of Spencer, West Virginia here today, they're going to be here at the Heritage Park Community Building in downtown Spencer until 4 p.m. here today. Just taking a look at the list of some of the businesses that are represented here today. This is a tentative list, obviously. Patch 21 is here with representatives, the West Virginia DOT, Roane County EMS, Roane General Hospital, Armacell is here, WIOA Adult DW program, WIOA VRs as well. The virtual reality program is there. The Laborers Union is represented. The Iron Workers, I'm not sure if they are here yet or not, but the Smart Union employees are here. Westbrook Health Services, CAMC, that's Charleston Area Medical Center, the NCOA, and that's an interesting organization for people who are 55 years or older who are re-entering the workforce or entering for the first time, maybe as well. Choice Care at Home, Genesis, and Mile Tree Healthcare Center is here. Adult Education is here, and the DRS, Department of Rehab Services, is also here. Well, we got a minute. We're going to talk to one of the Roane County EMS workers. And I do appreciate, I know you're here in capacity for the Roane County EMS, but I drew you over here. Well, actually, it was Carrie Mullen that drew you over here. First, introduce to the people out there in Facebook and YouTube. Who am I speaking with, and what is the title for you?
Hello, my name is Micaiah Ratliff. I am the Director of Operations for Roane County Emergency Squad.
Okay, so you guys are here, and EMS services, that's one of those things that is well, it's not an easy position. It's not an easy job. It's taxing, it's tiring, but it's rewarding in its own right. But it's hard to keep employees, I would imagine. Sometimes you can, but you guys are right now obviously looking for some help while you're here. So first off, how does one get into this field, this EMT field, EMS services? Obviously, there's going to be requirements and regulations and stipulations and trainings that you have to go through. Let's talk through that whole deal.
So right now we employ emergency medical vehicle operators, which are drivers. We also have EMT basics and paramedics. You have to be 18 years old. We can do the classes for the drivers right at our station. We do the emergency vehicle operations training, all the hazmat training, and get that certification so that we can hire them right off the street.
Now, is that something that you guys have to be trained to train on? Is that something that you guys
Correct,
have actively done? That's a huge deal if you can do it local.
And then the other thing, so like with EMTs, they'll have to go through a accredited training center to get that. We don't offer that in-house, but there is places in the county that do that. Roane General Hospital has some instructors. They just finished up a class. They're getting ready to start another class, I believe, in September. And then the paramedic training is through the colleges.
Yeah, I actually have an employee I just hired. She's already taken classes to be an EMT now. So, Marissa, you're not allowed to quit me, though. I'm telling you that. You can do both, right? You can do both.
Yeah, she can do both.
That is one thing that is kind of nice about if you want to become an EMT. It's not something that you could have another gig as well. As far as that's concerned, it allows you some flexibility, I imagine.
Yeah, so here at Roane County Emergency Squad, we do 24-hour shifts. So you're on for 24 hours, and then you're off for the next 48 hours. So you got 2 days off. If you've got a part-time gig, you want to do something. So we're pretty flexible on the hours.
We're speaking with Micaiah Ratliff, is that correct?
Correct.
The Director of Operations here at the Roane County EMT. Let's go back to your story then, Micaiah. Where did you get involved with EMT and EMS services?
I got started at a young age. When I was 16, I got into the volunteer fire service. So started taking classes through them, and they paid for my EMT training, and then I went on and become a paramedic. Worked for Jackson County EMS for 10 years, and then moved on to here. Worked part-time here for about 3 years, and then just currently come on as the director 2 months ago.
I was just going to say, because you still look very, very young, Micah. I don't know if anybody's told you that, but you look very, very young to be the director. That is really neat. I love the story that comes from the volunteer fire department situation. We have long had active volunteer firefighters. For a long time in Roane County, we used to have the junior volunteer firefighters, these kids in high school who were getting involved in that. It's not a thing anymore, but there are still some older high school kids who I know have gotten involved into the volunteer fire department situations, started getting a little bit of that training. They've got that knack and that urge to want to do what you guys do. And I see one who was here, who I had in school just a few years ago, who's very, very young and has gotten involved into the EMT services. Of course, I got my employee Marissa, who's getting ready to start her classes to take that. So what would be the suggestion for you for anybody who's wanting to get involved, other than coming here today? This would be a great opportunity, by the way, for people who may be interested to just walk in and talk to you guys about it.
Yeah, so if they're interested, they can call our office. It's 304-927-3725. They can contact Extension 6, which is my line for the director, and I can give them the information, or they can stop by 200 East Main Street at our station, and we can help them and put them in the right direction.
Well, Micah, I do appreciate your time here. Thank you so much, and continue to do what you guys do. It's not a thankless job, but it's not an easy job, and people are much appreciated when that call comes in.
Thank you very much.
That's Micah Ratliff. He is the Director of Operations for the Roane County EMS Services. They are here, folks, at the Job Fair 2024. So if you are looking for, or if you had thought about maybe becoming an EMT, today is a great day to stop down here and speak with Micaiah and the rest of the representatives. Of course, our good buddy Brad Nichols is with them as well today. And so that's one opportunity that you guys will have if you're looking for employment out there. Again, they will be here until 4 p.m. today for this Job Fair 2024. It is brought to you by the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board. Of course, as we spoke with Carrie Mullen representing that organization, and of course the West Virginia Adult Ed. It's WV Adult Ed. They have programs across the state of West Virginia. We're very thankful and lucky to have one of those programs here in Spencer, West Virginia. If you're looking to get started, if you're not even ready for employment yet, but you need to figure out how you can get prepared to be employable, come down here to the job fair. We do invite you to stop down here and talk with some of the representatives of WV Adult Ed, and they can get you started on your pathway to employment, gainful employment here around the area of Spencer. Even if you're not looking to stay here, that's a great opportunity. And I know it's very difficult for a lot of people. Sometimes people find their way. They take forks in roads, and they end up in a place they don't want to end up in. And here's an opportunity for you guys to take the switchback. You can take a different road in life, and you can get yourself onto a better pathway and become employable adults and get yourself a job and get yourself working and supporting whoever it may be in your family. Maybe it's just you. So we invite you to come down here. Again, we will be on the air here for the next hour. And then we've got a skedaddle, got to take off and head down to the town of Reedy for their country music festival. We'll be there for the next 3 days. But again, they will be here from now until 4 p.m. So we do invite you to please come down and enjoy and take a look at all they have to offer here at this job fair. We're going to go live on the radio, folks, so hang tight with us. We're going to try to continue to talk with some of the businesses and companies who have joined this job fair today. We'll go live on the air here in about 10 more minutes. Hang tight with us. Again, if you have any questions, send us a message on the chat box below. I'll get the information to the proper people, and we'll get you an answer to whatever questions you may have here today. I want to welcome everybody who is tuned in here live on Facebook and YouTube. If you just clicked on a live video and don't know what you're watching, this is Job Fair 2024. My name is Andrew Miller, and we are representing WVRC 104.7 FM. We are not currently hiring, but a lot of people here are currently hiring. And we talked just a minute ago to Micaiah Ratliff, who is the Director of Operations for Roane County EMS. That young man coming over from Jackson County, as he mentioned, and providing a lot of interesting and good information for anybody who may want to become an EMT. And off in the distance there, you can see that table. So, again, they're going to be here until 4 p.m. today. If you were looking to maybe try to become an EMT, or if you're not sure if it's something you want to do and you need some information, that's what is being provided here today. There are some vendors here. There are some companies and businesses who have applications with them. So there are some people who are looking for jobs actively right now. So if you are out of work, or if you're looking to change jobs, if you're looking to get into the employment field, good opportunity here today. We're going to take a look at some of the businesses and companies who are being represented here today. Want to thank, obviously, the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board and West Virginia Adult Learns. That is, those are the two organizations who are sponsoring this Job Fair 2024. And again, we spoke with the representative from the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board, Carrie Mullen. She talked about the reason they did this here today. WV Adult Learn is having a graduation here at the community building later on today. So what better opportunity than to go ahead and provide them some employers right before they cross the stage and advance in their careers. But also, this is open to the general public. If you're out there and you're looking for employment, if you're looking to change employment, no matter what, if you're just looking to see what is provided from these jobs, what the requirements may be. If you're not sure, come on down. They're open, and these businesses are represented by a lot of people who just want to get their information out to the general public. And some of the businesses that are represented here today, of course, our good friends at Patch 21. They have been a long-time community organizer. They're located there at the COA building, at least the Spencer version of it. Now, Patch has other iterations over in Jackson County. They've got one. So, but right here for Spencer, Patch is represented. The West Virginia Department of Transportation is represented here today as well. Roane County EMS, of course, we talked with Micaiah Ratliff just a bit ago. Roane General Hospital, we're hoping to get representative from RGH over here in just a bit to talk about some of the work that they have available, some of the jobs. Armacell is here as well. Armacell manufacturing company right in the heart of downtown Spencer, West Virginia. Used to be the old Monarch. Now it is Armacell. WIOA Adults and DW Programs, WIOA VRs, the Laborers Union, Iron Workers Union, not sure if they're here or not, but the Smart Union, which represents a lot of different trades, is here. Air, rail, and transportation, things like that, sheet metal, stuff like that. Westbrook Health Services is here as well today. They are located just outside of downtown Spencer on Route 36. Charleston Area Medical Center is represented here today. If you're not in the local area, if you're looking for a job in Charleston, they have opportunities available. NCOA, and that's a great organization. That is, if you are 55 years or older, let's say that you've been out of the workforce for a while for whatever reason. Let's say you've not worked until age 55. A lot of people re-entering the workforce. They are here to provide you some navigational tools to find out some employment opportunities as well. Choice Care at Home is here. Genesis Mile Tree Healthcare Center, another business in Spencer, West Virginia. Adult Education, of course, WV Adult Learn. That is the program that can get you ready to become employable once again, or get you ready to become employable for the first time, no matter what. And the Department of Rehab Services here, that is the West Virginia Department of Rehab Services, also here today. And those are just some of the businesses that are here, some of the companies who are looking to provide information and give some employment opportunities to the general public. Again, they'll be here until 4 p.m. Very exciting. We've seen some people come through here today. A good bit of people have already come through and gotten some information about these job opportunities, and that's why they created this event. So glad that Carrie Mullen and Robin Lance from West Virginia Don't Learn allowed me to come down here and check this whole deal out. I'm glad they provided us the opportunity to get the word out. Please do like, share, and comment on the videos. That will help us get the eyes on this event out to more human beings. If you have any questions about this event, if you have any questions about who is here, if you have any questions about how do I get in touch with someone from West Virginia Adult Learns, I want to get started, I'm not sure how to do it, send us a comment on the comment section of the video on Facebook, and we'll be able to get that information to you. Again, we will only be here for about one more hour. We got to head out to the town of Reedy for the Country Music Festival, but we'll be here as long as we can, and we'll talk about this very, very good event in downtown Spitzer. Folks, stick around here in about 3 minutes. Going to go live on the radio. Hopefully we'll have a representative from maybe Roane General Hospital in just a second. Stay tuned.
12:15, 79 degrees here on Hill. It is now time to swing back downtown. Check in with Drew, see what's happening at the job fair. Take it away, Drew.
Well, Miss Amy, I know the West Virginia Department of Transportation is here, but your husband is not. He's apparently working right now. So I was hoping to get a chance to see Corey. We are down here at the Job Fair 2024. This is sponsored by or brought to you by a couple of organizations. We want to thank them so much for inviting WVRC down here. The Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board, of course, Carrie Mullen was able to get on the air with us a little earlier, talk about this event and talk about some of the opportunities that have been provided. And, of course, WV Adult Learn. That is a great organization, and Roane County very, very thankful to have an opportunity to have one of those programs here in Spencer. They're going to be having, in fact, their graduation later on right here in this building. So what an opportunity for these potential graduates to come down here and find potential employment immediately after graduation. That's a great organization as well. I want to thank Robin Lance as well, the representative from West Virginia Adult Learn, for inviting us as well. We're here, though, and we're very happy to be joined by a representative from Roane General Hospital. I'll tell you what a great company Roane General Hospital is. I'm not just saying that because you guys are a great sponsor of ours, but I tell you what, it is not just a hospital that hangs out on its own up on the hill. This is a hospital that is directly involved with the community on all fronts, top to bottom. Roane General Hospital comes through for its community, and I'm very happy to be joined by Chief Clinical Officer, did I get it right, Julie Carr. Yes. Julie, thank you for joining us. So obviously, I mentioned when I first came on this morning, I said, Roane General Hospital is here, and before you think, well, I'm not a doctor, there are way more opportunities for employment than just medical. When it comes to Roane General Hospital, you guys provide multiple levels of service in different avenues. So you guys are here not only explaining what you guys have to offer, but maybe looking for some employment right now. What are some of the fields that people might not think of that Roane General Hospital has to offer?
Well, Drew, that's a very good point. That's actually why we wanted to come to this venue today, because we have positions that are open within our finance department, within our revenue cycle, within our access department, within housekeeping, cafeteria, dietary, maintenance, that are positions that are readily available that anyone can apply for today. Our other goal with being here is to try to introduce individuals to the fact that if you have entry-level employment at a hospital, maybe you start in the dietary department, that's an opportunity for you to grow through a career ladder and our help program where we can send our employees back to school to maybe advance their careers, to become CNAs, LPNs, RNs, professional kind of healthcare career opportunities that can start with any position that they could apply for here today. So our purpose here today is not only to let individuals know about the positions that are currently open that they're qualified for, but also to let them know how a career ladder in healthcare within a community hospital like Roane General Hospital, that is one of the largest employers in the community, can allow them to grow and stay in the community. We are a community-based, mission-based organization. We are here to serve the community, and the way to serve the community is really to help grow the economy and grow the employees, provide education. Some of the classes that would be available to employees that would be hired by the hospital are CNA classes and partnerships with the local LPN and RN programs if an individual would become employed with us and also want to advance their career. But every day we have positions open that we're talking about here today for employees and potential applicants that will be coming out.
Well, you yourself personally are a success story when it comes to that ladder. I started out in nursing, and now you're in the administration level of things. Of course, hard work is required for that as well, Julie. But again, that's a neat thing that you guys offer. It's not just come here and work for us. Okay, what are you looking to do after you start working with us? Are there other ideas that you had in your mind that you're not quite ready for yet? But we can help you get those avenues. We can help you get the information you need to get where you need to get if you want to work in a different field in this place. Just come down here and talk to you guys. Number one would be the first thing that you would offer, right?
Definitely. Definitely. We have individuals here that that can not only talk about our current positions that are open, but about the opportunities of how you can advance in a community hospital and within healthcare. It's definitely true that healthcare offers an opportunity to advance and to kind of work your way up through the career ladder, as you mentioned, even with myself. I think it's also a good opportunity if you have any interest or you wonder about what it's like to work in a hospital, to come and explore the job opportunities we have available. Um, because then you can see, what does a CNA, what does an LPN do, what does a dietitian do within the hospital realm, in case you would want to kind of take advantage and advance through the career ladder. But obviously, every employee that we have at our facility is important to us with every position that is applied for. And, you know, that's how we care for the patients, and that's how we continue to be committed to the community. So we do ask that individuals come down and explore all the potential organizations that are here as employers for the community, but for us as well, because that's how we continue to serve the patients, is to work with the community. One of the things that we value as a hospital is the fact that we see our friends and our neighbors and our family members. And that's also a really rewarding component of working within a hospital, within whatever department someone may become employed.
Absolutely. We're talking with Julie Carr, the Chief Clinical Officer at Roane General Hospital. And just think about what has happened in Roane General Hospital's history from start until now. You guys just went through a massive expansion project, not only with the building itself, and that's a big deal as well, but with the services you guys continue to improve upon and provide more opportunities to keep it local. It's not an easy thing to do. I mean, it's very, very difficult to get to it, but where do you guys stand as far as all that is concerned? The buildings are done. The new opportunities are there. You've been at this hospital for a while. The changes in the years, it's got to be satisfying for you, I would think.
Yes, I've definitely been at the hospital for a few decades now. We're not going to say how many, but
I won't age you, trust me.
I've definitely seen the evolution of the hospital, and I have to say through my eyes, seeing us grow and be able to expand our services and to have a new facility really felt like a blessing for us. But our main vision and focus is what it can do for the patients. And so seeing the opportunities and the services that we can provide today versus maybe 30 years ago, and just the aesthetics and the efficiencies that our new addition has provided for ourselves and for the patients feels very rewarding. But it also is a blessing, and it's really about the patients. When we did our renovation and expansion, one of the things that we wanted to focus on, and I've seen this evolution in healthcare over my years, is really health and wellness. We
Yes.
wanted to continue to treat disease. That's what we're there for as far as a hospital is concerned. But there's really needs to be a paradigm shift within communities. West Virginia is an unhealthy state, and this county, unfortunately, is one of the unhealthiest within our state. Within the United States. So we really wanted to start committing to health and wellness as part of our new vision for our patients with our expansion and our renovation. So if you come to be employed at the facility, you'll not only find that our expansion has provided more opportunities for employment, one of the reasons that we're here, but you will also see that we offer a wellness program called Prescription for Your Health. We've expanded our fitness complex and our rehab centers, developed an aquatics program, enlarged our clinic, and we have many specialists that come to the community to take care of the patients. Because in serving the community and employing the community, one of the things that we have recognized is the importance of patients not having to travel for services.
Yes.
So we have expanded our clinic to offer the specialties that we can within the community. We have specialists that travel to us maybe one day a week, maybe more. They provide services in our clinic. They also can operate in our operating room if they have a surgical specialty. And so that's been a great opportunity for our patients. We have oncology services now in partnership with WVU. If you had a family member or a friend that's ever gone through a cancer diagnosis, you realize that it's not just the physical illness that's stressful for the patient, it's the travel and the emotional uh, complexities that the patients and the families face. So, if they can receive those services here at home and closer and not have to travel an hour, plus have a treatment that's maybe 4 or 5 hours long, that's a great benefit to the patient. And we feel very rewarded seeing those patients being treated here locally. Um, so kind of on the next agenda for us as far as services to the community is to renovate our acute care unit. It's one of the units that has not been renovated to date. Um, well, it has been renovated, but it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So that's going to be our focus to try to improve that area for patients who are ill that get admitted to the hospital, or for swing bed patients that come back to us or stay with us to rehab from a spell of illness, maybe a knee replacement. They can also do that, come from other hospitals, and be here in their community, closer to their families, where their families can visit them. So all of the opportunities and of experiences that we've had with the renovation and the expansion, even caring for the community through COVID, it's been very, very rewarding to us. And it's really our goal to be in that partnership with the community and to help the community realize that you are our patients and you're our people. And that represents us also as an employer.
It's a great opportunity for a local hospital to care for its community proactively, not just reactively. Julie, thank you so much for joining us. Great information for us. And again, you guys will have a table set up here at Job Fair 2024 at the Heritage Park Community Building until 4 p.m. Tell Kimberly she's off the hook. You took care of
Will
it for her. Thank you very much. That's Julie Carr,
Thank
Chief
you.
Clinical Officer for Roane General Hospital. Folks, stick around. We're going to send it back up to the studio. We'll check in at the bottom half of the 12 o'clock hour here at Job Fair 2024. I want to welcome everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land once again to our live streaming coverage of what we have titled Job Fair 2024. I took it from the organizers of the event, the organizers here at the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board. We got a chance to talk with Carrie Mullen a little bit earlier about this event. Also, West Virginia Adult Learn. They're going to have their graduation ceremony here later today. So what a time to bring some potential employers here to discuss some of the things that they may have opportunity-wise for these newly graduated adults who have a chance to get into or back into the workforce and become productive members of society. Very exciting. I love that we have that program local. We're also going to talk now with a woman who I am very, very happy to bring on. She's not as happy as I am to bring her on, but Angie Walker, who is here representing the West Virginia Department of Rehab Services, to talk about what you are here for. Now, you are here in a very interesting capacity as far as employment is concerned. For the people out there who don't know what you provide at the WVDRS, can you explain, I don't want to say a go-between, but kind of a go-within for employers? This is a very interesting program I knew nothing about until you got a hold of me.
Yeah, sure. So thanks for having me, Drew. I'd be happy to educate you a little bit. So the West Virginia Division of Rehabilitation Services is a state agency. We're funded by federal and state taxpayer dollars, and we serve individuals who have various kinds of conditions, disorders, or disabilities and help them prepare for and find employment. So within the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, which is a federal piece of legislation that was most recently updated in 2014, our agency is partnered at the federal level with workforce and adult education. So we're that third prong, on the partner side of the job fair representatives today. So where workforce helps individuals find employment, any individual, and adult education helps any individual complete their secondary education program or get certificates for other kinds of things to prepare them for employment. We specifically work with individuals with disabilities. 20% of the overall population has some sort of condition or disability. You have observable disabilities that are most significant that you might think of as obvious. Maybe somebody who's deaf or hard of hearing, blind, visually impaired. But there are hidden disabilities. Disabilities like specific learning disabilities, ADHD, diabetes, things like that. So usually when we're out promoting our services and we say people with disabilities, they automatically think of the most extreme, observable.
They think physical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who uses a chair or something like that. So we serve all individuals who have conditions or disabilities who want to work. And so we can begin providing services as young as age 14 within the high schools to prepare those students for career exploration, just learning more about secondary opportunities, post-secondary opportunities, things like that that are going to help them get a leg up for when they graduate. And then we work with adults who maybe have never worked, or maybe they had a job and then they acquired a disability or a condition maybe exacerbated. And so now they are in between jobs. So we do a lot of things in terms of helping the individual figure out what job they want to do, that career exploration component. But we also can help pay for things like training, education, and then just like you said, be a go-between between the individual who's seeking employment and employers, because employers have needs. And sometimes I think persons with disabilities often get overlooked. They can be very valuable resources to the employer. And I think also employers need to realize that there are benefits to hiring those with disabilities, tax incentives even to hiring persons with disabilities. So we're out in the community to provide the resource, to educate employers and individuals be in the high schools to let them know what we offer for their students with disabilities. So I hope that has provided you with a little bit of background.
I'm telling you, when it was something that I knew nothing about, obviously, and I'll stay personal with that. But I knew nothing about this division, and as you talked about, there are federal monies behind this, and so there's opportunities here that you can. I thought it was so neat. You said educate the employer
Yes.
as well as educate the employee, the potential employee. I knew nothing about what you guys did until you and I got in touch. I was like, this is a great opportunity. It's a great program to have. More businesses need to know about this.
Yes.
So you're kind of a PR rep for it.
A little bit, yeah.
What's a good thing you're out and about in public and people know you? What is your coverage area? I know you're not just Roane County. You're very, very wide ranging.
So our agency is statewide, and every state in the union has vocational rehab programming. So personally, I cover Roane and Jackson counties. I go to Roane County High School and Ripley High School and meet with students, teachers, school nurses, school guidance counselors, just to let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm in your school once a week. Any student that has an IEP, individualized education plan, or a 504 plan, we can serve those individuals, but not exclusively, because there may be children who have disabilities the school has no awareness of.
You're speaking my language as a former special ed teacher. That's why I love what you guys do, because 10 years of working with kids who I love to death and I know are capable of being out there in the workforce. Now they have an opportunity to have some assistance in getting where they need to get and getting the employee matched with the employer. It's a really good thing that you do. Again, folks, we're here with Angie Walker, representing the Division of Rehab Services with West Virginia against a national program as well. If you haven't been able to reach out to somebody yet, how do they find you?
Our office here in Spencer is located 321 Market Street. I try to give landmarks such as the Rock.
Don't go into the Rock first. And then
Bean
come
Wright's
here.
Barbershop, that's a classic.
Yes.
Forget Me Not Flower. So we're right around that part of town. Our agency has a parking lot right beside of us, so you can stop by. We're open from 8:30 to 4:45 Monday through Friday. You can reach out. Our phone number is 304-927-0954. If you want to speak with somebody to get more information, we would be happy to provide you that. And then, of course, we have a website, wbdrs.org.
That's a beautiful thing that you guys are providing. Glad to know you beforehand, but glad to know you as a associate now. And I hope this program continues to gain traction with employers who may not know what you guys provide and employees who can get that assistance they need to get back into the workforce.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity, I think, like I said, to help people who may be feeling discouraged or overwhelmed with how to navigate the employment process. Maybe they have no work experience. It's common for me working with high school students who are exiting high school, who have no work experience, and help them really learn to do a resume, do an interview, fill out job applications. So we do assist with that. And then, some of the things that we can promote for small businesses is like a trial period or a work experience. And it's basically just subsidized employment that our agency will do if the employer will try the person out. It gives the employee an opportunity to learn and try to build confidence and work skills, and then it gives the employer essentially free labor for a period of time. And then, there's no obligation at the end of the agreed upon time for the employer to hire the individual on. It's win-win. Everybody comes out ahead if you partner with our agency like that.
Absolutely. Very, very exciting stuff here. And again, that's what this is all about. If you're employable already, come down here. If you're looking for a job, if you're looking to get back into the employment sector, if you're not sure where to begin, here's a place you can stop and talk with Angie. You can stop and talk with Robin Lance. You can stop and talk with Carrie Mullen. They're all here to help you get started so you don't feel lost. If you're not sure where to begin, right down here. It's a good place to start. You can find the tools that you need to get yourself employable. Once again, it's Job Fair 2024. Angie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Angie Walker with the Division of Rehab Services for the state of West Virginia. Folks, we're going to be here for a little bit longer, maybe about another 40 minutes. We're going to go live on the radio here in about 5 minutes, and we'll continue to talk up this event here at Job Fair 2024. Stay tuned. Well, thank you very much, Miss Amy. Yes, we are down here in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. We're here at the Heritage Park Community Building, obviously well-known building here in the city of Spencer, for Job Fair 2024. I want to thank again Carrie Mullen and Robin Lance for inviting WVRC to come down here and try to help promote this event. It's employees and employers trying to find each other. Of course, it's sponsored by the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board and West Virginia Learns. I tell you what, that's a really cool adult education opportunity. And they are having, by the way, their graduation this evening right here at this building. So what a great opportunity for some potential employees to find some potential employers. We've been talking with many different companies, businesses, and we're very happy to be joined maybe by somebody that Miss Amy very much enjoys, is the West Virginia Department of Transportation. Of course, our good buddy Corey, her husband, happens to work for the West Virginia DOT, and we're here with a representative in Don Estep. You said, I'm basically a recruiter for the West Virginia DOT. I appreciate you joining us here today. You guys have set up a booth. You guys were one of the first ones to get down here and set up. So let's talk about the West Virginia Department of Transportation. You hear acronyms. People don't often understand what all that entails. What is the West Virginia Department of Transportation, and what are some of the main things that you guys do?
Well, basically, we are looking for individuals with the West Virginia Department of Highways and also the West Virginia Division of Motor Vehicles. They're all under the umbrella of West Virginia Department of Transportation. We're excited at being at events like this today, getting out to speak to individuals and let them know the opportunities that we have out there for residents of West Virginia.
So I didn't even think about the DMV as a part of the DOT. So we have a local DMV station. We also have a couple of local Department of Transportation hubs, if you want to call it that. So what are some of the opportunities you guys have available right now?
Well, right now we're always looking for equipment operators and mechanics. That is our two main areas that we're looking for with highways. One of the things that with highways, just about all of our jobs that we do have with highways does require a commercial driver's license. If an individual does not have a commercial driver's license, that does not limit them from being able to apply with us. We have an excellent program. Within the first 6 months of them coming to work for us, we will send them to a CDL prep class to get them ready to take their instruction permit test. And then once they do that, we have our own truck driving school that we put them through. And within 6 months of starting with us, they will have earned a CDL, and all of this is at no cost to them.
And that is an impressive thing that you guys are providing. And again, that's why you guys are here, because there may be somebody out there who says, well, I'd like to work for the DOT, but I don't have my CDL, so I guess I'm just out of luck. No, you're not out of luck. There are ways to get to that, and there are ways that you guys can help train them at no cost to them. And that's something that people around here may not understand yet.
Right, and it's not only the CDLs, every piece of equipment that we have. Again, we're not going to force an individual to operate a piece of equipment. However, if they have a desire to want to learn how to operate, there's not a piece of equipment that we have that we will not get them certified to be able to operate. Not only to operate it, but operate it safely.
Exactly. We're talking with Don Estep, the recruiter from the West Virginia Department of Transportation. Now, Don, we have a program that has begun. Speaking of CDLs, we have a program out at the Roane Jackson Tech Center. It is a CDL truck driving class that will provide maybe that link in our area, be it Roane or Jackson County, to you guys, because they are churning out 8 qualified drivers with CDLs. Now, they're based on trucks, but again, they're going to have those CDLs, and then they can train on whatever piece of equipment there is. Also, around this county and around the surrounding counties, trade workers, oil field workers, a lot of people who already have those certifications and maybe left that field or just don't want to be in that field, don't want to be away from home. They want to come back here. They are qualified, and here you guys are waiting for employees. There's that connection that needs to be there, right?
Right, and you had mentioned the CDL truck driving schools, and individuals can make a lot of money driving truck across the road. I know this because I grew up and my father was a truck driver. drove cross country for 30 years, drove over 4 million miles, made a good living. Downside to that is he was hardly ever home.
Yeah.
Had zero quality of life. That is totally opposite if you desire to come to work for us. With Highways, you're home practically every evening, to where if you have an activity with a family member or your children, you have the ability to go do that. Not only that, our benefits that we have to offer is excellent. We got great medical coverage, and one of the best things is our vacation and our holidays.
Yes.
You start off 3 weeks vacation, okay? Plus we get 12 paid holidays. This year we get 14 because it's election year. So basically, if you take the 3 weeks plus the 12 paid holidays, that's basically a month and a week that we're giving you out of a year's time to stay home and get paid for.
Now I know why Corey applied for that job. That's
Right.
why he's there. It's a great opportunity.
Right, and my part of recruiting is we normally go out to high schools and vocational schools. We have another group that goes out to colleges and universities. And when we're out to the high schools and everything, I tell everybody, I wish we had this back when I was graduating.
Yes.
We did not have things like that. And I tell these individuals that you don't understand. 18, 19 years old, graduating from school. If you come to work with the state of West Virginia, we have an excellent retirement program to where by the time you're age 50, you have already earned a full retirement at that point in time.
I wish somebody told me this back then.
Right.
I would have navigated the way I did. We're talking with Don Estep, recruiter for the West Virginia DOT. What's the best way, if people aren't able to get here today, what's the best way they can get a hold of the DOT and find out the information they need?
They can give us a call in Charleston at our main office in Charleston. Give us a call. We'll put them in touch with our careers section. And once you're partnered with someone in careers, it's just not one call and done.
Yes.
We stay with you. We help assist these individuals all the way through the process, from putting an application in to applying for jobs, and then helping them throughout the whole process from start to finish.
Absolutely wonderful information. Don Estep, thank you so much, and continue to do what you guys are doing.
Thank you very much.
That is Don Estep with the Department of Transportation, folks. Again, the job fair here 2024 will be going on till about 4 o'clock p.m. Come down here and get the information you may not even know that you wanted. If you're looking for employment, if you're looking to figure out how to become employable, there are also opportunities and resources for you here at the Heritage Park Community Building. We're going to send it back up to the studio with Miss Amy. Going to check in one more time at the top of the 1 o'clock hour here from Job Fair 2024. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate everyone for tuning in with us here at Job Fair 2024. I want to thank again Carrie Mullen with the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board and Robin Lance with West Virginia Adult Learn for inviting us here at WVRC to come down and preview and be with them to promote this really, really neat event that they're having. Again, a bunch of businesses, a bunch of companies represented here today. They're going to be going through the 4 o'clock hour. We're getting just very, very close to the end of our time. We're going to go live once again on the radio at about 1:10. Then we're going to get shut down. We've got to go get ourselves ready to go to head out to the town of Reedy for their country music festival. But I did want to once again highlight some of the businesses that are here and represented for this employment fair today. Patch 21 is here with representatives. Of course, they've got high school jobs, post-high school jobs available. They've also got some adult jobs available as well. So stop down and talk to them about what they do and how they provide for the community here. West Virginia DOT, of course, we had a great interview just a second ago with Don Estep of the West Virginia Department of Transportation, recruiting and providing the information. Great job opportunities available if you're looking to get into that field. And, of course, one of the things that he mentioned that was so neat was if you are looking or you were wanting to get into that job and you don't have your CDL license, no big deal. They will work with you to help you get that, and they will help the training process, and it will be at no cost to you. Also talking about the benefits packages they have, the retirement plans that they have. So that's a great opportunity to somebody who either is looking to get into the employment field or someone who's looking maybe to get off the road. Maybe you already have your certifications and you're tired of being on the road and away from family. You want to have a job where you're home and you've got lots of vacation time with your family. So it's a great opportunity there. Of course, we talked with the Roane County EMS program there with Kai Ratliff, the Director of Operations. Of course, they're still here. If you're looking to become an EMT, they've got the information on all the requirements and the training that you need and how they can assist you in that as well. Talked with Julie Carr from Roane General Hospital, and she gave us a lot of great opportunities for information based on the fact that it's more than just the medical field that they are looking for job applicants for. They have got a lot of different moving parts at Roane General Hospital. Some of them aren't medically involved whatsoever. So you can come down here and talk with them about that. Armacell is here again, manufacturing plant in Spencer, West Virginia. They're here to provide information and look for employees as well. WIOA adult and DW programs and their VR, their virtual reality simulator is here. I see those guys over there working on the VR. The laborers union represented here as well. Maybe you are out of work, maybe you are a laborer, maybe you're an iron worker, maybe you're a steel worker, maybe you are just out of the job field right now, but you'd like to get back in. Maybe you want to enter the union. They've got representatives here that can help you navigate what you need to do to get to the employment that you may want. Westbrook Health Services, they were here for a bit, but they had to take off. So Westbrook, again, though, if you're looking for a job in that field, you can just go over to Westbrook Health. They are located just off of the main drag on Route 36, right there past the Spencer Elementary School entrance. You can find them very, very quickly there. CAMC, Charleston Area Medical Center, is here, and much like Roane General Hospital, they're looking for many different positions, many different employment opportunities for people who may be in that area. NCOA, what a really cool organization that is. That is an organization that is solely based in trying to find people 55 and older employment into the workforce. Maybe you were in the workforce, got out of it for a bit and want to come back in. Maybe you just need to get back into the workforce. For whatever reason, if you haven't been in the workforce and you're 55 and older and you're looking to get back in, that is a great opportunity that they are here. And they have a booth set up off to the distance. If you're looking at our camera, just off to the far right, that's where you can find the NCOA and find information if you're 55 and older and trying to get back into the workforce. Choice Care at Home, some home health care opportunities available as well for anybody who may be looking for that field. Genesis, Mile Tree Healthcare Center, of course, Mile Tree, the facility up there on Green Acres, right near our radio station, by the way. That's a great opportunity, a great employer up there as well. Of course, the West Virginia Adult Ed program here, and again, that is for people who may have not gotten their high school diploma, may have lapsed out of the workforce, maybe never did go into the workforce. They have a table set up there. Go talk to Rob and Lance, and they'll get you started and figure out a way to get you the classes, get you the training, the certification, whatever it is you need to become employable. That is what they are there for. Of course, you can talk with Angie Walker. We just spoke with her a little bit ago about the West Virginia Division of Rehab Services. Again, what a link they have to people with disabilities to get them into the workforce, matching employer and employee. It's a great opportunity for them. Again, I am very thankful to know Angie and to work with the Division of Rehab Services myself. So very exciting stuff here at the Heritage Park Community Building. We're going to be here for just about 10 more minutes. We're going to go live on the radio to kind of wrap things up for us here on WVRC. But again, they will be here until 4 o'clock p.m. So make sure if you are interested in this job fair event, come down to the Heritage Park Community Building in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. They'll be here till 4 p.m. Get the information you need. Stay tuned, folks. Going to be back on the radio in just about 8 minutes.
81 degrees. Down to
Boy, and I thought I have lost my mind, Amy. Yes, we are at the community building. Heritage Park Community Building. We're here for Job Fair 2024. We're kind of getting now to the point where we're going to wrap things up. Got to get ourselves shut down, packed up, and headed out to the town of Reedy for the first ever Country Music Festival. Again, we'll be live on the air at Reedy from 4 to 7 tonight, from 4 to 7 tomorrow, and all day Saturday long. It's going to be a great 3-day event. We hope that the public decides to come out. It's very, very cost effective for the next couple of days, just $10 to get you into the door. You get some live local music. There are carnival vendors. It's a small carnival this year, focused on young kids, but again, they're just starting from scratch here. There's a lot of food vendors coming out. There's craft vendors coming out. It's going to be a good time down there, so we do invite you to come there. But before that, if you're unemployed or don't even know what you're doing to get employed, you got to come down here to the job fair. And this has been a fun day for us. I'm glad that we were able to come down here. I want to thank, of course, Carrie Mullen, Robin Lance, and the rest of the organizers for inviting us, number one, but more importantly, for putting this event on. Of course, later on this afternoon, WV Adult Learn is having their graduation. What a better time to connect employees or potential employees to a potential employer than running this job fair. There's a lot of people who have shown up for this event, and there's been some people coming in and looking for jobs and looking for information, and so it's done its job. Carrie Mullen, we've brought you back on here to kind of help us wrap things up. You never know when you schedule an event how it's going to go, but I think with the amount of businesses and companies that showed up and the interested employees or potential employees that have shown up here, you guys had a goal to meet. You go right at that goal, so it's been so far very successful.
I feel it has. I'm excited. When it first started, we had people coming in, which is a good sign. We've kind of slacked down a little bit since lunch, but we're here till 4, and we're hoping that the employers will also stick around until then. But it's been a good day.
Well, some of them can, some of them can't, but you guys will still be here to provide at least contact information. And one thing I like about it is right when 11 o'clock started, which is when this event began, that's when you had a rush of people. There were people wanting to get in here and get the information quickly. And you and I were talking off the air. We said, you can't change them all right away. Rome wasn't built in a day, but if you can get some people connected and you get a couple employees out of this event, that is a great success. You're just trying to build it slowly for these people in our community.
Yes, and we're also going to maybe try to do this maybe a couple times a year, and maybe next time we can have it in the evening for those who are underemployed.
Exactly.
And want to further themselves, then they would have an opportunity to do that as well.
Yeah, some of these job opportunities could be a part-time deal. I was talking with Micaiah Ratliff from the EMS. He was like, listen, you may work a shift and then you're off for a couple of days. You can work 2 jobs if you're interested in that. And so there are opportunities for people to, if you're a grinder, like a lot of people around here I know are, some people like to work 2 jobs, like to make more money. They don't.
Yes.
They want to make this work. But again, you guys are basically here, number one, to connect potential employees to employers, and with what you guys provide, with what West Virginia Adult Learns provides, people who have either never been in the workforce, weren't qualified at one point, but are becoming qualified. They can become qualified through West Virginia Learns. They can get help through you guys at the workforce development. And also, you can give them the avenues they need to find out what it takes to become employable. And then they have these employees here, or the employers here, that could potentially give them a job.
For sure. And I tell we call them customers. When they come into my office, I need to know what's going on in your life. No matter what it is, because we have so many partner agencies, we can line you up with all of those resources. And maybe you're not ready for employment this minute, and you maybe need to do this or that. We can connect you with those people who help with this or that, and then you come back to me, and then we'll get you moving forward.
Yeah, the goal of this event is not just to employ individuals. The goal of this event, and the goal going forward with what you guys do, is people who are lost, people who don't know, people who feel like there's just no way they can figure it out. They have ways to figure it out. You guys are certainly nice to talk to. You're not intimidating to talk to with people. So, and there's no. I try to tell people, take away the stigma of being embarrassed for whatever circumstances you've gotten into. That's your past. What your future is what you want to make your future to be. And if you have been unemployable, if you have, no matter what your situation was, you can come to this event. You can come talk with you guys. You can talk with Robin and the rest of them, and you can find a way to a different future. You can take that other path.
For sure. We change paths all the time. The guys in the corner here, those are the VR team, virtual reality.
I've been trying to watch them a little bit. By the way.
And they have those Oculus, and there's like 1,000 things on there that you can do. Career exploration. You can do knee surgery. You can change the oil in a Mack truck. There's a ton of those things that you can do and see what you do like.
Yes. What a really interesting thing that. If I had more time. So you're going to try to do this maybe a couple of times a year, Carrie, and that's a very interesting and very cool thing. Once again, let's figure out how they get a hold of you. I know if they want to get a hold of Robin with West Virginia Adult Learns, that's downtown as well.
I'm right across the hall from her.
Okay. So let's talk about that. Where are you guys located again?
We're in the Committee on Aging building, top floor. I am in room 305. I'm not exactly sure what her room number is, but it's at the top of the stairs, turn left, and that's my office.
Just wander into a room and you'll find it.
For sure. They'll find us.
Well, I do appreciate you guys offering us to come down here. It's been a fun day for us. I hope it continues to be a good thing for you guys. I hope the next time you do it, it continues to be good. Hopefully the next time we're free again, and we'll come down and hang out with you guys.
Hey, I appreciate you coming.
No problem at all. Well, that'll do it for us here. Again, open till 4 p.m. today. Heritage Park Community Building. It is Job Fair 2024, put on by the Mid-Ohio Valley Workforce Development Board and West Virginia Adult Learns. That will do it for us here today. Don't forget, folks, here in about a couple hours, make sure you join us. We'll be back on the air live at the town of Reedy for their first ever Country Music Festival. This is Drew Miller signing off for WVRC at the Job Fair 20.